Welcome back to MS Excel 2013 tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be looking at how to use the autofill handle on the system. We'll talk about relative and absolute references and how to reuse the different formulas that we've set up. Right, first of all let's have a look at the autofill handle. Now it's very laborious for me to go in and type in continuously to each cell to bring up a number. Well, there's a different way of doing this. Instead of doing that, we can use what we call the autofill handle. For the autofill handle to operate, what we do is we select our first cell and type in either a number, a character, day of the week, right. As you can see here, I've typed up a number of things quickly, and let's have a look at them. Number one, we've got a numeric character over there. If I wanted to extend my range of that number, so I'd have to type down and enter and type and enter as I showed you in the previous example. To overcome that problem, what I do is I select my cell that I want to enlarge the range of, and as you can see in the bottom right hand corner of this cell, this little square. Now I may not have mentioned it before, but the cell that we're working with, or the active cell, will always have this frame around it. And on the right hand corner of this frame has got the autofill handle. Now what the autofill handle does, if I move my cursor up to it, you'll notice how it changes to a crosshair. What it does, when I click on and hold it with my mouse button, I can drag down, and as you can see what it's done now, what it's done is it automatically copied the numbers, because it's not quite sure what I want to do because there's a number of different selections. So if I go here to the bottom right hand corner where the autofill handle is now, there's a thing called a smart tag. If I click on the autofill options button, it's going to give me several options: copy cells, full series, full formatting only, full without formatting, and flash full. So let's have a look at full series. If I don't want to copy them, as I have done there, 111 like that, I click on full series and notice how it's automatically now gone and added the numbers in for me in numerical order. Let's take the number 1. Once again, it's asked me, do you want to copy it or full formatting only, full without formatting, and flash full. Notice it's not seeing any sequence there. So as you can see, there's no sequence in the numbers, so it doesn't give us an option there to full series. It only gives us full formatting only, which would allow me, if I had special formatting there, to copy the formatting across, full without formatting, just as the word. Right, let's go over to Monday. Click on there, click on the crosshair, drag it down, and notice automatically it's gone and seen Monday as a day of the week, and it's now going to automatically fill up all the cells that I've dragged across, putting the correct days of the week in sequence. Go to MON for Monday, and notice as well, because the system's been pre-programmed to recognize the word MON or CHU or WED as abbreviations of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let's go to January. Same thing, it allows us to autofill. Quarter. Well, quarter, it's doing the same thing as it did with 1. It's just going in and copying the format. Reason being is because there's no number on after it, which we'll have a look at now. So I'm just going to undo that. Click in here, put in a number 1, and enter. Now notice what it does. Automatically numbering quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's recognized that there are 4 quarters, and it's now automatically gone in and entered them as such. If I go to quarter over here, the same story, it'll only copy across because there are no numbers. If I go to QTR, which is the abbreviation, once again, it's gone in and put in the quarters. So you can see that autofill has got a lot of uses, saves us a lot of time and so on. There is one problem with autofill, and that is if I go and try and use it in certain circumstances, and it'll end up screwing up my formula. Right, there's one problem with using autofill in certain circumstances, because it can actually cause problems within the formula that you're using. As you saw with the autofill handle, it helped us tremendously in saving time in adding specific values in by dragging them down using the autofill handle and autofilling the series or copying information over to the various cells. Now, there are times when we do it that it could cause us problems. Example, in a table like I've got over here. I just want to clear out the information over here so we can set it up afresh. What we're going to be doing here in this table is setting up the total column to work out a formula to work out the totals, and then in the commission column a formula to work out the commission. Now we are going to be using a fixed cell for the commission, I5, as you can see there at the moment. The reason for that is I can go in and I can change the values within that cell, and it will show me different commission rates or commission payouts. Right, let's start off by putting in the totals. How do we work out the total formula? We start off by saying equals quantity multiplied by the cost. That gives us our basic cost over there, and that tells us one sold at 100 Rand down, and I use the autofill handle, and wonderful, as you can see, it has now gone in and filled up all the cells for me with my totals using the formula that I've just set up there. But as you notice, as I'm scrolling through this formula, cell reference E, as I click through it, changes, as you can see there, to E7, E8, E9, E10, and 11. That is known as relative references. They will change as I move the full handle down cell by cell. It will automatically match up with that row, depending what will happen now. So let's go into our commissions over here. What is commission? Equals the total multiplied by I5 and enter. Right, so there we have it. Commission of 100 Rand is 10 Rand. Let's just format that quickly, it doesn't look so nice. To work out the commission amount, I click on G5, which is my input cell. I'm going to put my formula, type in equals, select the total over there, and multiply it by my reference cell I5, which is my commission, and enter. And as you can see now, it's showing me 100 Rand is the total, the commission is 10 Rand on 100 Rand, which is correct. Now if I drag this down, it should autofill all these cells for me with the necessary formulas, and I should have my commissions. But notice what's happened. Although the formulas have been populated into the cells, they're not showing any values. The reason being is if I have a look at the cell reference over here, the reference I6 in actual fact is referenced now to an empty cell. So what we're saying is take the total of 32 Rand and multiply it by 0, so it will give you 0% commission. So to overcome this problem, what we have to do is we have to change our formula into what we call an absolute formula. To do this, I select the formula and I will go and put a $sign in the front of the column header and a $sign in front of the row header, and push enter. Right, I'm now going to drag it down again. Let's select the cell and drag it down, and you'll notice now we've got our values, and you can see that is because of those absolute references there. We've come to the end of this video. What I'd like you to do is go and open up a spreadsheet, set up your small spreadsheet for yourself, similar to what I've got over here. Go and put in the formulas and play around with those absolute references. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.